If you're planning on moving to Denver in 2026, there are 5 things that can completely change your decision, and most people only realize them after they've already moved. I'm going to walk you through what living in Denver actually looks like, the lifestyle, real costs, housing reality, the traffic, and one thing at the end that catches almost everyone off guard. If you're serious about wanting to make a move here, you'll want to hear this first. So stay with me to know the truth about moving to Denver before you make your move here. Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer trying to figure things out of where to plant roots, or someone looking to downsize into something that actually fits your lifestyle right now, this is the channel for you. I put out honest content about Denver real estate market trends, neighborhood guides, and stuff you need to know before you make one of the biggest decisions of your life. Hit that subscribe button. You're gonna wanna be here for this. All right, let's get into it. Number 1, the lifestyle is real, but so is the reality check. Let me start with the thing that pulls most people to Denver in the first place. Denver gets about 300 days of sunshine every year. That's not a marketing number. That's a meteorological fact. And it changes your daily quality of life in ways that are hard to explain until you've lived here. People are constantly outside. There are over 200 parks in the city. The restaurant scene is great, and the neighborhoods have personality. And yes, the backdrop of the Front Range on a clear day is one of the most stunning things you will see anywhere in this country. But here is all about Denver that the photos don't tell you. The mountains are not right outside your door. If you're moving to Denver proper or the western suburbs, you're still about 45 minutes to an hour from actually being in the mountains on a normal day. And on a ski weekend, that can stretch to 2 hours or more depending on traffic on I-70. People who move here thinking they're gonna be skiing or hiking every weekend discover quickly that it takes real planning, not just spontaneous ambition. The weather is also unpredictable in the way that takes some getting used to. You can have warm, sunny, 70-degree afternoon in March and wake up the next morning to 8 inches of snow. The city handles it well, it clears fast, but you have to be the kind of person who finds that charming rather than exhausting. And the social scene? Denver is friendly. People are genuinely warm, but the social culture here revolves heavily around doing things. Hiking groups, fitness classes, trail runs, dog parks, outdoor activities. If your idea of social life is a bar scene or a nightlife circuit, Denver will feel quieter than you expected. It's not New York City or Miami. It's a city that goes to bed at a reasonable hour and gets up early to go on a hike. Number 2, cost of living. It's not California, but it's not cheap either. Is Denver a good place to live? That question has a very different answer depending on your income, your expectations, and where you're comparing it to. Denver's overall cost of living is about 9.1% higher than the national average. Housing costs specifically run about 23.9% above the national average. Healthcare is 12.4% higher. The things that are cheaper, utilities and transportation, are marginal savings that don't offset the big numbers. A 1-bedroom apartment in Denver averages around $1,650 per month as of 2025. And that's for a basic functional unit, not something trendy in a neighborhood with a rooftop deck. If you're eating out regularly, going to fitness studios, doing activities, or skiing on the weekends, your monthly spend adds up fast. People underestimate how quickly the lifestyle they moved here for costs money to actually live. The good news, if you're buying, Denver real estate market has shifted from an absolute frenzy of 2021 and 2022. Average home values in Denver are sitting around $539,000 as of 2026, down about 4.3% last year. Inventory is up. Price reductions are happening on about 19.7% of listings, and buyers have a real negotiating leverage they simply did not have 2 or 3 years ago. If you're looking at the western suburbs specifically, Lakewood's running a median price around $540,000 to $575,000. Arvada's around $575,000 to $600,000. And Wheat Ridge tends to stretch your dollar further than both. Golden is stunning and is in high demand, which means Golden prices are substantially higher, median closer to $915,000. So it is a conversation about your priorities and budget. The bottom line on cost of living: go in with honest, realistic numbers, not just what your rent or mortgage will be, what your whole month looks like here. That is the conversation that actually prepares you. If you're thinking about buying your first home or downsizing in the West Denver area, you want someone to walk you through what the numbers actually look like. I do strategies calls where we figure out what makes sense for your specific situation. Homes in Denver, Colorado, specifically in the western suburbs, is what I do every day. The link to book a call is right in the description. Now let's keep going. Number 3, the housing reality. Strategy matters more than budget. Should you move to Denver, Colorado as a buyer right now? Yes, but only if you go in with a strategy and not just a number. Here's what the current market actually looks like. The spring 2026 market has picked up in a meaningful way. Closed listings jumped 35% month over month as buyers who were sitting on the fence have started moving. That tells you buyer activity is real and increasing. At the same time, active inventory is at 8,228 listings as of early 2026, well above where it was during the frenzy years, which means you have actual choices and actual room to negotiate in ways that just weren't possible in 2021. But here's what catches people off guard. The right home in the right pockets still move quickly. Median days to pending in Denver is sitting at about 30 days right now. So more inventory does not mean slow market. It means you have a better selection and more leverage. Until you find that home that's priced well and shows well, at which point you need to move fast and you need to be ready. First-time buyers in particular need to understand that affordable in Denver often comes with trade-offs. If your budget puts you in a certain price range, be prepared for longer commute, older homes, things that need updating, or a neighborhood that's still in transition. None of those things are deal breakers. They're just variables to weigh with clear eyes, not surprises to discover after closing. Property taxes and homeowners insurance also catches a lot of people off guard. Colorado property taxes are moderate compared to states like Illinois and Texas, but insurance costs have been climbing statewide due to wildfire risk and hail damage from Colorado's weather patterns. Budget for it. Ask your agent and your lender to give you real numbers before you fall in love with a specific payment. Number 4, traffic, commutes, and the car reality. Let me be straight with you on this one. Denver, Colorado living almost certainly means you're driving a car regularly. Denver has a RTD, light rail, and bus system, and if you're in a corridor that connects well to it, you can absolutely use it. Monthly passes are about $88 to $114 per month. But coverage is uneven. And if you are living in the western suburbs, Lakewood, Arvada, Wheat Ridge, Westminster, Littleton, you're gonna be in your car for most trips and most commutes. I-25 is the spine of the city, and it's congested in ways that surprise people who have moved here from smaller markets. What looks like a 20-minute drive on Google Maps at 11 a.m. becomes a 45 to 50-minute drive at 5 p.m. on a Tuesday. That is just the reality of a city that has grown as fast as Denver without fully having the infrastructure to keep pace. And ski traffic, if you're planning to go to the mountains on a weekend during winter, build I-70 into your schedule. Leave early, and I mean early, because on a Saturday in January, the I-70 mountain corridor can back up for miles and add significant time to a trip that looks simple on paper. That doesn't mean don't go, it means plan like a person who lives here, not like a tourist who drove up once. Where you choose to live relative to where you work is one of the most important decisions you will make as a Denver buyer. Do not choose a neighborhood in a vacuum. Map your life first, then find the home that puts you closest to all of it. Number 5, the honest verdict on should you move to Denver, Colorado. Here's where I give it to you straight, because this is the most important section of the whole video. Denver is one of the best cities in the country to live in, for the right person. If you're active, you spend time outside, you value sunshine and a real quality of life, you have a stable income or solid remote work, Denver will exceed your expectations. People who fit that profile move here and cannot imagine living anywhere else. but Denver will disappoint you if you're expecting the cost of living to be lower than where you're coming from, and it's just not. If you expect a major big city nightlife scene, it's not that. If you're planning to not use Colorado's outdoors, the mountains, the trails, the parks, you're paying a premium for something you will not be using. And for buyers specifically, the Denver real estate market in 2026 rewards people who come in with a real strategy. Not just a budget number, but a plan. What neighborhoods fit your life? What trade-offs are you honestly okay with? What does your 5-year picture look like in this market? Those questions matter more than any single listing. So there it is, the honest, real version of all about Denver, Colorado before you make your move. 300 days of sunshine and a lifestyle that is truly amazing, if you plan for it. A cost of living that's real, with housing running about 24% above national average. Denver real estate market that has more inventory, more buyer leverage, and more opportunity than any other point in the last 4 years, with median prices around $533,000 and the western suburbs ranging from $540,000 to $600,000 plus, depending on where you land. Traffic that is manageable when you choose a location wisely, in a city that fits some people like a glove and surprises others who did not do their homework first. Moving to Denver, Colorado in 2026 is a great decision when you make it as an informed one. If you're ready to figure out what that looks like for your specific situation, first-time homebuyer, downsizer, or somewhere in between, let's talk. I work with buyers all across the West Denver area every single day, and I'd love to help you build a real plan. The link is in the description. Let's get started. I'm Kiana Johnson. See you in the next one.